Liam Spencer's story on The Bold and the Beautiful has taken a dark and emotional turn. Once caught in a tangled web of love triangles and familial drama, Liam is now facing a far more formidable enemy, an inoperable brain tumor. This diagnosis changes everything. His life, once dominated by choice and consequence, is now out of his hands. But there may still be a chance for Liam to reclaim some sense of agency, even as he stares down a death sentence. The latest developments suggest that Liam may meet his end not through slow, tragic deterioration, but through an act of ultimate selflessness, dying to save Steffy Forrester. The threat of death has never loomed so heavily over Liam. For years, he's been the heart of the show's central conflicts, torn between Hope and Steffy, caught between rival families, a father trying to do right while often stumbling. Now, with the clock ticking and no cure in sight, Liam is faced with a devastating inevitability. The idea of him quietly fading away from a tumor, slipping into darkness as his mind and body betray him, is brutal. It's also inconsistent with the character's long-standing narrative. Liam has always been a man of action. He doesn't go quietly. And if he must die, then dying with purpose. Dying a hero might be the one thing left that he can control. What makes this possibility so powerful is how perfectly it fits into the emotional framework of The Bold and the Beautiful. This is a show that thrives on tragedy, redemption, and shocking twists. Killing Liam off isn't just a bold move, it's a meaningful one. And if it happens while he's saving someone else, it magnifies the emotional impact. The audience doesn't just mourn a character, they honor him. The most likely scenario centers on Steffy Forrester, Liam's longtime love and mother of his daughter, Kelly. Their history is deep and complicated. Despite all their ups and downs, there's a bond between them that hasn't broken, even when their romantic connection has frayed. If Liam's final act is to save Steffy, it would bring his story full circle. He began as her hero in earlier arcs. It would be poetic if he ends as her savior. Steffy is no stranger to danger, and recent plotlines have painted her in a vulnerable light. Tensions with Luna Nozawa have escalated dangerously. Luna, driven by a twisted sense of betrayal and a desire for connection with Finn, sees Steffy as the obstacle in her way. Her actions have already crossed the line from erratic to criminal. Drugging Steffy and locking her in a building scheduled for demolition is the kind of crime you don't just walk away from. It showed that Luna, when pushed, is capable of anything, including trying again. A second attack on Steffy is not just possible, it feels inevitable. And this time, it could be worse. Liam might catch wind of Steffy being in danger. Maybe he sees something Luna says or does. Maybe he hears from someone, or maybe it's just a gut instinct. Regardless, he goes to her. Maybe he confronts Luna and ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe the building catches fire. Maybe there's a fall. Whatever the details, Liam steps in. He gets Steffy out. He gets her safe. But he doesn't get out himself. Imagine the scene. Steffy, coughing and crying, screams Liam's name as debris crashes down. He's pinned, bleeding. She tries to reach him, but he pushes her away, forces her to leave. "Take care of Kelly," he tells her, as the flames grow. "Tell her I love her. Tell her I'm not afraid." And then it's over. That's the kind of moment The Bold and the Beautiful builds entire seasons around. Such a climax wouldn't just be about shock value. It would give Liam the hero's ending he deserves. It would wrap his character arc in tragedy and honor. And it would shift the show's dynamics permanently. Steffy would carry the guilt and grief. Hope would wrestle with regret. Bill Spencer, Liam's father, would be shattered. Ridge, Brooke, everyone, it would send ripples through every core family on the show. But is there still hope for a miracle? That's the question fans can't stop asking. Could the writers pull a twist and reveal that the tumor is operable after all? Could Liam survive the rescue attempt and live, changed but alive? It's not impossible. This is The Bold and the Beautiful, where dead characters return and long-lost twins pop up in the most unlikely moments. But right now, all signs point to tragedy. The tone of Liam's storyline is one of farewell, of reckoning, of closure. There's a rawness to this arc that hasn't been seen in years. The show is leaning into the emotional weight of mortality, loss, and legacy. Killing off a major character like Liam isn't done lightly, and if this is truly the end, the writers are making sure it's unforgettable. That's why the idea of Liam choosing his end, sacrificing himself for someone else, is not just plausible, it's perfect. It wouldn't be just about Steffy either. It would be about Beth and Kelly. It would be about making sure his daughters grow up safe and loved. Liam could be dying for all of them. And in doing so, he would leave behind not just grief, but meaning. Hope could look at their daughter and say, "Your father died a hero." Kelly would grow up knowing her dad gave his life to protect her mom. That legacy matters. Then there's Luna. If she is the catalyst for Liam's death, her redemption or descent would become a new focal point. Did she intend for Liam to die? Did she regret it? Will she spiral, or will she seek forgiveness? The show would gain a new anti-hero, someone with complex motivations and a deep tie to the tragedy. That's drama gold. Even if Liam survives longer, maybe he doesn't die in the rescue, but is fatally injured, it still achieves the same end. He gets to choose his fate. He gets to protect someone. He gets to matter. And we, the audience, get closure. The choice between dying quietly from a tumor or dying dramatically while saving someone is no contest when it comes to storytelling. One is passive, the other active. One is a fade-out, the other a climax. And in a show like The Bold and the Beautiful, climaxes win every time. As of now, nothing is confirmed. The writers could swerve. Liam could beat the tumor. Luna could be redeemed. Or it could all go exactly as predicted, Liam dying in a fire, under a beam, in Steffy's arms, whispering one last "I love you." Either way, the show is pulling no punches. It's emotional. It's dark, and it's riveting. In the weeks to come, every scene with Liam will carry weight. Every glance, every conversation will feel like a goodbye. And when the moment comes, if it comes, it will break hearts. But it will also remind viewers why they watch, because love, loss, and heroism still matter. Because characters like Liam, who have stumbled and risen and loved deeply, deserve an ending that means something. So, will Liam Spencer die a hero? All signs point to yes. And if that's how he goes, it won't be quietly. It will be unforgettable. Steffy Forrester has been through so much, but she has no idea that the real storm is coming. Luna Nozawa, sinking deeper and deeper into resentment and loss of control, feels that Steffy has robbed her of everything: Finn's love, the chance to build a family, and even her self-respect. That obsession has built up over time, making Luna dangerous. She begins to stalk Steffy, following her, watching her every step. No one knows, no one suspects, but Luna is planning the most terrible thing she has ever done. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer is fighting his own battle. Diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor, his days are numbered. But that doesn't make him weak, it makes him stronger than ever. Liam feels the need to do the right thing, the need to leave one last mark. He spends time with Kelly, with Hope, and always watches over Steffy from afar. He still loves her in his own way, deeply and painfully. That night, a small gathering takes place at Ridge's house to celebrate a successful project. No one expects it to be Liam's last night. Steffy goes to the backyard to answer the phone. In the darkness, Luna appears, holding a small knife hidden in her pocket. She walks silently, her eyes burning with hatred. Luna believes that if Steffy disappears, Finn will come back to her. "You've always stood between me and happiness," Luna whispers, her voice trembling. Liam, who is passing by to leave the party, hears the whisper in the wind. He recognizes Luna's voice, then sees the flash of a knife from the dim porch light. Without thinking, he rushes toward them. As the knife flies toward Steffy, Liam screams Steffy back. He pushes her away, but he can't dodge it. The knife goes straight into Liam's chest, a fatal stab right through the heart. His eyes widened for a moment, then the light in them went out. Steffy screamed, catching Liam's falling body. His blood stained her dress, her hand shaking as she pressed against the wound, but it was too late. Liam died in Steffy's arms, a last small smile still on his lips. "You're safe," he whispered one last time, then he fell into darkness forever. People poured into the yard at the sound of screaming. The police were called. Luna stood frozen, knife still in hand. She didn't run. She looked at Liam's body, then at Steffy sobbing, and finally at Finn, a look of nothing but horror and despair. Luna was arrested on the spot, charged with first-degree murder. There was no excuse. She had done it, and Liam was dead. The news spread quickly. The Los Angeles community was shocked. Liam Spencer, the man who had been the center of many affairs, was now a symbol of courage and sacrifice. Bill Spencer cried when he heard the news, hugged Kelly tightly, and vowed to tell his daughter about her father every day. Hope collapsed on the floor, speechless. Ridge and Brooke comforted Steffy, who still couldn't believe that Liam had died because of her. A solemn funeral was held, where everyone gathered. Steffy spoke, her voice trembling but determined. "Liam saved my life. He was the bravest man I ever knew. I will live to be worthy of his sacrifice." Meanwhile, Luna faced justice. She made no excuses, no blame. All she said was, "I don't know who I am anymore." With a murder conviction, Luna was sentenced to prison, marking the complete end of her television character. This was also the moment the actress left the bold and the beautiful, ending a controversial and intense journey. Liam's departure left a huge void on the show, but he left as a hero. Not because a brain tumor took his life, but because he chose to end his life in the most noble way. In a fateful moment, he saved the woman he had always loved, and for that, he will never be forgotten.